Get that paper, told that Glock, that's how we live. Yeah, my life's a game, I pray I don't get killed. They can't believe I got to go out this shit for real. Can't accept the fact my brother gone, I wanna kill. Yeah, I can't go for that shit don't sit right. Instead of capping to the old nigga, I know what you live like. Ain't worried about all just fuck these hoes and live life. I grown the drill, I'm smart enough, you gotta know how to kill.
The final whistle of this match echoed like a death sentence. "Too slow, Isagi," Naruhaya muttered, turning away. Yoichi Isagi felt it before he saw it. The ball was gone. His movement, his ideals, his future. He'd been read through. Naruhaya's eyes burned with desperation, and Baru's presence crushed the field. And Nagi simply stood there, chosen by them. "That's it," Baru scoffed. "This is where the weak disappear." Isagi's vision shook for a moment. Nagi didn't even look back, only saying sorry under his breath, almost bored. "Guess this is where we split, Isagi." The doors opened. The first loser's gate. Silence swallowed Isagi's whole step as he moved forward. Every movement hit him at once. His first goal, his first loss, the moment that he believed he could become the best within Blue Lock, within the world. Was this really it? Could everything he had worked for to this moment be gone in an instant? This must have been how Kira felt. But then, out of nowhere, a glow cut through the darkness. A single word burned in his mind. WILDCARD. Isagi stopped walking. A gate? He then caught his breath. What is this? His hand began to tremble as he reached forward. Could this be it? He whispered. All or nothing. All or nothing here and now. I don't know where this leads, but I won't get another chance like this. Stepping forward as the door opened, complete darkness. Screens flickered to life, one by one, surrounding him. A familiar silhouette appeared, arms crossed, eyes sharp. Jinpachi Ego smiled. "Welcome, Yoichi Isagi." Isagi then clenched his fists. "Ego? You've now entered the WILDCARD program," he continued. "But understand this. Here, you can rely on no genius but yourself." The screens then shifted, showing the silhouettes of countless players. And here, only one can emerge. Isagi swallowed. Only one? Ego then leaned closer. "If you're looking for salvation, turn back now. If you're looking to become a striker worth standing alone, move forward." Isagi lifted his head, his eyes burning. "Then I know what I'll do." Taking a step forward, the door opened once again. A familiar room, a goal, a countdown clock, and a number burned into the wall. 500 goals in 4 hours. "You've got to be kidding me," Isagi breathed. But then out of nowhere, the ball streamed right in front of him. He would then smash it right into the net. "I guess I have no choice." The first 100 came painfully slow. His legs began to scream with pain, burning. But by the time he crossed halfway, his body began to betray him. I can't even feel my right leg," he gasped, collapsing to one knee. The clock mocked him. Am I done already?" he muttered. "Is this really all I can do?" His thoughts drifted, wanting more. He needed more. Something had to give him an edge here and now. Then, he thought of everything that he's seen so far, and one person appeared in his mind, which led to another. Kunigami's power, Noel Noah's dominance, Nagi the genius, Chigiri and his speed. Everyone had something that he didn't, but no more. He needed to discover his own strength, and the only way to do that was to completely dismantle himself and rebuild from zero. So then the ball would shoot out from the wall again. Isagi jumped up, slamming the ball with his left foot into the net. It was precise, clean. A grin would break through his exhaustion. I'll adapt to it all. Then, when the final goal hit the net, Isagi collapsed again, this time laughing. Screens would light up. Ego appeared, slow clapping, echoing through the room. Congratulations! You unpolished gems still have some fight. Then, as Isagi would look around the next room, he would see it. All these other players, broken, panting, but alive. And Ego would continue here. But look around. Only one of you can remain, so prepare yourselves. 120 players had moved on from the first part. Then, they truly entered hell. Weights, sprints, collisions. Isagi lagged behind many, his teeth clenched. Damn it, I'm still too weak. Night after night though, he stood back up, knowing he wanted to be the best. He had to survive in this place. More began to fall. 120 became 90. Then, Ego spoke again. Only 50 will proceed from this point on. Isagi stared at the screen as his name appeared, barely making it. That night, Henri crossed her arms. Blue Lock is progressing well, but why the wildcard project? Ego exhaled. Noel Noah is the world's greatest, but he lacks one thing: ego. He's dominant, yes. He's skillful, that's no doubt. He can truly turn 0 into 1 at any given moment. But that hunger, that true passion to become the best, to do whatever it takes for victory, I don't believe that lives within him. I've seen it for myself. He's a machine. But if I could recreate that dominance with a striker, with a true ego implanted within him, he may become unstoppable. Screens began to flash of all the players, and Isagi's eyes stared back. The final phase, Ego's voice would ring out. Demolish each other. Gasp filled the room. 3 matches a day, 5 points for a win, 0 for a loss. End the day with 0 points, and you're eliminated. Isagi read his slate for the day. Raito Fuwa and Kiki Mira. And then he would have to face Yusei and Mazora. Bring it. The first match was simple. Fuwa attacked like a beast. Keep up, he snarled, but Isagi adjusted. He reacted, and he scored without effort, winning the match 4-2. Mira came next, shouting that he wouldn't lose. His ambition was truly something of a spectacle. His determination would shine through every dribble move that he did. But Isagi's eyes, they had changed, almost losing that spark. They darkened, as he would think to himself, that feeling of crushing everyone beneath me. It's something that's so addicting. Thinking to the match of when he crushed the spirit of Ikiniko and his team, he was feeding off of that. That's what pushed him. That feeling was like no other. This match would end in total domination, 3-0. Then, on his final match of the day, Yusei and Mazora. So you're Isagi, he said, towering over him. But Isagi stepped forward, his hair sharper, his frame stronger, his eyes even colder. They would battle throughout the field, and Mazora keeping up with Isagi without any problems at all. You won't be able to get around me. But Isagi smiled, and then laughed coldly. If I can't get around you, then I'll break you apart and go through you. Isagi would do an elastico into a nutmeg, running forward. Now with open space, his left-footed shot blazed into the net. He turned back slowly. All roads, he said, voice steady, more than ever before, lead to me and my own victory. The WILDCARD project had truly begun. This battle of everything, leaving it all on the line here and now. Isagi would soon sit alone on the cold floor, his back pressed against the wall. He had won all his matches for the day, but he was still training. Sweat would be dripping from his chin as he looked up. "More," he whispered. His fingers trembled as they dug into his palms. "I need more. More strength. More dominance. More evolution of myself." The echoes of the day replayed endlessly in his head. The goals, the screams, the bodies collapsing in front of him. "To crush everyone," he continued. "No more relying on Bachara. No more leaning on Nagi. My own strength. That's the only thing that can push me forward here." The screens would flicker on. Jinpachi Ego stared at the results. 15 points. Ego's smile froze. Interesting. Henri adjusted her glasses, eyes widened. He's the only one who went undefeated today. 3 matches, 3 wins. "And it's not just wins," Ego muttered. "Complete control of every match that he played within." The screens lingered on Isagi's name. That night, while others collapsed into unconsciousness, Isagi was back on his feet. Weights, treadmills, sprints that burned his vision. Muscles that screamed for him to stop, begging for mercy. But Isagi's mind was silent. There was only one thought that remained: to become the best, to survive within the WILDCARD. Days soon blurred together. Morning meant lifting until his arms shook uncontrollably. Noon meant matches, 3 every day, a battlefield soaked in desperation every time. And night meant running until the floor felt like it was tilting beneath him. His mind became a haze of calculations and instincts, and within that haze, moments of true greatness emerged. We'd see flashes of a defender stepping in, Isagi breaking him down with a single feint and dragging him out of position before slipping past him effortlessly. Another opponent tried blocking the shooting lane, but a left foot shot fake into a right foot shot. A goal. Again, again, again. At one point, the ball curved unnaturally through the air. That shot, a player gasped. Then he realized what it was. An outside foot trivela shot. Isagi's eyes sharpened after watching that goal go in. "So that's how Rin does it," he said calmly. "I'll make that mine as well." Isagi's smile was gone. That person that he was before entering the WILDCARD, it didn't exist anymore. As he played in those matches, he hunted down the other players. Something inside him had truly shifted. The way he looked at the field changed. The way he perceived his opponents changed. Space unfolded before him. Not just positions, but intentions, reactions, possible futures. He could see it all. Not Ego's vision, not Rin's, but his own. A new, unique form of metavision, refined through suffering and isolation. Players weren't rivals anymore. They were merely just obstacles. One night, Isagi was summoned. A dark room, a single screen. Ego appeared, light slicing across Isagi's unmoving form. "Congratulations. You've reached the top 20. But Isagi didn't waver in any excitement at all. "From here on out," Ego continued, "you're closer than ever to returning to Blue Lock. But the rules are gonna change." The screen instantly glowed red. 2 matches a day. 1 loss, and you're eliminated. The screen was shut off. Black. Darkness. A cold room. After a cold statement. Isagi sat there and thought, wondering what would happen next. But as he got up, he was thinking to himself, I've crushed so many dreams to get here. Faces then flickered through his mind. Fear, despair, anger. He's seen it all, and yet nothing changes within his soul. I'm finishing this. The final stretch, it was brutal. Matches were truly bloodbaths. Players crawling for survival, screaming, collapsing on the field, giving it everything they have. But Isagi was the opposite. He was calm. Nothing shook him. No taunts, no pressure, and no feeling of desperation. His focus never really wavered until his final match. Yoichi Isagi will be facing Retsu Niruma. From the opening whistle, it was truly one-sided. Niruma tried everything: power, speed, tricks, skill moves, even trying to body Isagi off the ball. But none of it mattered. He was completely dismantled. Every attack countered, every weakness exposed. It was as if Isagi's body no longer had any limits as it did before. Flashes appeared. Baru's overwhelming dominance. Rin and Nagi's shooting versatility. Bachira's freedom while dribbling. All of it refined, sharpened, devoured, and adapted to his own style. A complete striker stood on the field, and the final goal ripped into the net. Silence. A silent victory. Ego will meet up with them after. Well done. You've surpassed all expectations. But then his tone shifted. However, it's still not time for your emergence just yet. Henri would step forward. From here on out, I'll oversee your development as a true wildcard striker. Isagi nodded. No words, no questions. Training intensified. Mental drills, physical refinement, tactical isolation. During that time, Blue Lock had defeated Japan. And when Ego returned, the air felt different. There's a new stage, he said. The Neo-Egoist League. 5 paths appeared. France, Spain, Italy, Germany, England. Isagi stared at his options. The boy who chased others was gone. What stood now was something colder, sharper, terrifying even. And he was ready to choose his next conquest.